Hi Aries, welcome to your weekly scopes. Please keep in mind this is only a general reading. Take what it feels right and with what resonates with your own life experiences at the moment. So Aries, there's a theme that keeps coming up for you, which relates with the need for you to slow down and have patience, to not act as impulsively and out of instinct as you usually do, because you may be um, you may be going too fast or wanting to go too fast in something that you really need to ground yourself more, in something that you really need to think through more so you can get the results you want in a much more grounded, established, and calm way. So there's a need for you to calm down, and there's a need for you to acknowledge that patience, it's a virtue, and not always it means that you're not wanting to actively work on your life. It just means that you know there's some things that really take time, and it's not you have done enough. It's not about you needing to do something more because you haven't done anything in the past. It's about you recognizing that you have done enough about the matter, that you have put all of your effort and all of your drive in it, and now it's time for you to wait and see it grow, if it's meant to grow, or if it's meant to be something you need to let go of. But either way, that acknowledgement only comes from patience and only comes from time, and be willingly receptive to the messages of time and to the messages of um, really being in touch with the cycles of nature, being in touch with the cycles of things being planted, fertilized, and growing and blossoming in its full content. But every single thing, every single step, it's needed, and it takes an arch of time that it's really important to respect and to get in touch with, so you don't precipitate yourself, so you don't really act on impulsiveness that it's going to in some sense probably ruin what you're trying to accomplish out of that attitude. So again, this week there's a message for you to keep being patient and um, to keep yourself grounded in acknowledging that slowing down many times is going even further than you actively doing something. And this could be hard to digest when we are so um, when we want things to happen, to manifest at a fast pace. But it's not time yet. That's also the message for you. This week it's about you being okay with the acknowledgement that it's not the time yet to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. So the main opportunity for you this week is patience. So acknowledging the cycles of time, acknowledging that everything in your life has a right timing to happen. Being able to respect it is it shows a lot of wisdom and a lot of maturity and a lot of strength and faith to know that whatever it's meant to happen will happen, and you're just in that attitude of receptivity and of contentment in knowing this, in knowing that all of this waiting, all of this patience that is being asked from you, it's part of the beautiful process you are undergoing. It's part of the beautiful process that it's going to give you much more balance in your life and balance in your individual traits. So if you have been a person that keeps acting out of impulse without thinking of the consequences, truly, this is a lesson for you. This is a lesson for you to balance and acknowledge when it's time to act and when it's time to wait, when it's time to go for battle and when it's time to retreat. So this is a balancing situation that it's really being asked from you. Also because the challenge is slowing down. So the challenge is to keep going step by step and knowing that you're not postponing anything, knowing that you're not avoiding anything, knowing that you have done all that you could. And now it's time to think, it's time to sit, it's time to prioritize, it's time to put your attention on something else, because maybe you are overly focusing in only one matter of your life and you're needing to look to other matters because that one that you're focusing, it's not on your hands anymore, not at this time. So the challenge is for you to have the opportunity, which is patience, that attitude of patience, of receptivity, of knowing that everything happens in its right time. But meanwhile, the challenge is also for you to keep yourself grounded, to keep yourself focused, to keep yourself practical, step by step in your daily life, implementing this attitude of patience and balance about every single aspect of your life. Especially concerning because those two cards are earth connected cards, especially concerning your daily life, your health, your connection with your body, with the nature of things, with the work you do, with your career, with finances. All of those matters are asking for balance and are asking for you to be really grounded, to go down a little bit, calm down a little bit, plan something, may have a plan on building whatever you're trying to build. But also know that it's not time yet. The time now is for you to plan. The time now is for you to watch, to observe, and to see how time works. To have that wisdom growing inside of you. And also to not be overly focused only on this matter. Because the advice card is dream. So maybe you're having high expectations about something, and you're needing to be patient and you're needing to calm down so you can see if this dream has um, has really what it takes to manifest itself. It's only if it's only a projection of some illusion, of some dream you have been carrying around you, that it's not real, that it has no practical way of being manifested, or if it's something that it's really coming from your heart and from your essence and that you're really meant to follow. But either way, that answer will come to you after this patience. That's why you're needing the patience and you're needing to slow down, to observe, to think more clearly about things, to see things more clearly. Because I feel that you have been overly focused on one matter, which this dream is talking about. There's a need for you to look objectively for this matter and to see if it really means what you thought it had meant until now, or if it's something that you know you need to let go of because it's keeping you from looking at the real priorities and the real achievements that you have there waiting for you and then waiting for you to act on them. But first you need to think about it and you need to calm down and you need to have that balance in your daily life, in your practical matters. But at the same time, see what's your dream, what's your vision of life, but in a practical way. Join both beautiful things. Your dream capacities, your imaginative self, the right side of your brain with the left. Join them. It's not about having to choose one, because we'll never be whole in this experience if we want only follow one part of ourselves when we have both to work on. So try to merge your dreams, your aspirations, your longings with what's real and what's need to be done, what's needed to be done, what's being asked with you, what really has structure and a plan to be followed. And this will require a lot of patience for you and a lot of capacity to calm down and come back to earth, which could be hard for you if you're feeling this restlessness, if you're feeling this impatience, wanting to take over yourself and making you want to decide and act and do things out of impulse. Be aware of that this week. Be aware of your need to really sit down, meditate about those matters, think about them thoroughly. It's not a week where you would be advised to make decisions. So Aries, I hope you have a great week. Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing. And hopefully we'll see each other next week.